And going with the ongoing crisis in Syria, there are many developments around the world. The United States President Barack Obama says that he has concluded that the Syrian government used chemical weapons against civilians last week in Damascus. Obama told American public television that he'd made no decision on the use of military force, but he said Syria's alleged use of chemical weapons had broken international norms. With more on all of that and these new developments, Nathan King joins us live now from the newsroom. Nathan.
That's right, Elaine. The U.S. president keeping his cards close to his chest over potential military action, saying he does not want a prolonged conflict, but saying there is no doubt in his mind that forces of Bashar al-Assad used chemical weapons in eastern Damascus last week. Obama said the type of rockets used and other evidence all points to Damascus being behind the attack that may have killed hundreds or more.
We have concluded that the Syrian government, in fact, carried these out. And if that's so, then there need to be international consequences. So we are consulting with our allies. We're consulting with the international community.
Consulting, yes, but the U.S. president and administration officials are also indicating that they're convinced Syria used chemical weapons and may not wait for independent verification from UN weapons inspectors. Though he says he's made no decision, the sense now from the White House is not if, but when a military strike will be taken against Syria. The only decisions left, according to analysts, is what the strikes will target and how long the operation will last.
A short surgical set of cruise missile strikes, and that can accomplish a great deal against key command and control regime sort of high-profile sites like Republican Guard headquarters, the headquarters of the divisions that matter most, the secret police, and similar sites. Even a day or two could get the message across quite thoroughly.
The consensus seems to predict cruise missile strikes launched from one of the 4 destroyers in the eastern Mediterranean, or submarines. Launching aircraft to attack Syrian targets would mean eliminating Syrian air defenses, known to be more sophisticated than those of, say, Libya. And then there is the danger of escalation. The U.S. is indicating that it wants to limit the use of force to punishing Syria for alleged chemical weapons use only, not get sucked into Syria's civil war.
It will be limited. There will not be escalation to a presence on the ground. The very essence of limited war is to keep your commitments limited.
The U.S. Congress is in recess until early September. While most lawmakers seem to support a potential strike, the Speaker of the House and political opponent to the White House, John Boehner, sent a long letter to the President Wednesday asking for more of an explanation of the U.S. strategy over Syria, perhaps reflecting the unease of many Americans. And Elaine, top U.S. lawmakers we've just heard will get a behind-the-scenes briefing Thursday. But there are also legal hurdles for the Obama administration to clear. Without a UN Security Council resolution, any action spearheaded by the Obama administration would invite comparisons to the previous U.S. President, George W. Bush, who went to war with Iraq without a sought-after second UN resolution. Now, justifications could include a breach of the Geneva Convention, breach of chemical weapons treaties, or the protection of civilians. The last justification may be a stretch, considering more than 100,000 people died in Syria before this alleged chemical weapons attack last week. Elaine?
All right, Nathan King in our Washington newsroom.